Welcome back to WTOL 11 this morning. I'm Amy Steigerwald. Thank you so much for spending part of your Saturday with us. We'll get to all of your top stories in just a moment, but we want to check in with meteorologist Matt Willoughby. Matt, quite a beautiful weekend we're expecting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Tim and Tiffany. So I'm on Glansman right now. This is in South Toledo, and we're seeing lots of potholes that are looking a lot like this one. This one kind of looking like it could have been filled at some point earlier this year and has kind of reappeared.
Once again, Dorr Street is closed, and that is between Byrne and Secor. So that is a part of your commute. Listen up. If you are heading westbound on Dorr this morning, you're going to want to take Douglas to Bancroft to Richards Road. And if you are heading eastbound on Dorr, you're going to want to take Richards Road to Hill to Westwood. That should keep you far, far away from this crash.
Seasonal vegetable in it, so you are going to
I am going to serve this. Oh boy.
Gonna get a little height on that risotto right here in the middle.
Just put it in the center?
Yeah, right in the center.
All of it?
Yeah, perfect.
This is a lot of food.
We like to have you go home not hungry.
I know. I feel like I'm going to leave this live shot. I don't need to eat anything after this. Well, check this out. The University of Toledo is taking a unique approach to help students deal with pandemic stress. Students got the opportunity to take a pause, get it, on campus and play with some pups.
Michelle Fox will always remember her 2-year-old daughter Logan as an outgoing, fearless tomboy in the making.
She was just so carefree. It was inspiring in a sense to live like her.
But this past May, Logan's life was cut short after a drowning accident in her family's backyard pond. A family friend was watching Logan and her sisters at the time.
I look at my phone and I get a text that says 911 Logan. What's going on? Is she okay? And she said no, she fell in the pond. And at that point, EMS was here giving CPR.
After multiple attempts to save her life, Logan passed away at Toledo Hospital. And despite the almost unbearable pain, her entire family has spent the past few months not just moving forward, but working to make a change.
We have to find beauty in life because Logan was here.
Michelle started Because of Logan, a movement to raise money in her daughter's honor for children to take ISR swim lessons. ISR swim training teaches babies as young as 6 months to flip over and rescue themselves. This has saved many local children who have accidentally fallen into a backyard pool or pond. While incredibly beneficial, the training costs more than typical swimming lessons, which is why Michelle is trying to connect more local families to this resource.
Considering the cost and people who have big families like we do, I mean, even if you don't even have a big family, it's still a pretty big cost and it's a pretty big commitment.
Even though the accident happened right in the Fox's backyard pond, they refuse to let it stop them from enjoying fun experiences together in that space. Their goal is to ensure, because of Logan, no child ever drowns again by connecting them to these life-saving lessons.
I'll be honest, it's kind of mixed emotions. I think it takes me back to the day and wishing that I gave Logan those skills because she would maybe still be here today. But I'm also so happy that because of Logan, a life was saved.
In Waterville, Amy Steigerwald, WTOL 11.
Attention all cars and listeners. Be on the lookout for a short jolly individual dressed in red and trimmed in white, who is constantly saying ho ho ho.
Believing in Santa Claus comes almost naturally for every kid. But as the years go by, it becomes a little harder to believe without proof.
Subject was last seen operating a sleigh being pulled by 8 reindeer, southbound from the North Pole.
And what better proof than an official call-out from police?
If the subject is observed, all units are advised to assist the subject as much as possible.
That's Toledo Police Dispatcher Jimmy Ogle. Every Christmas Eve, he made it clear officers should help Santa Claus when they see him in the Toledo area. Many local kids looked forward to the call-out every holiday season, as there was no NORAD Santa tracker back then.
And they would tune in all the time and listen to those and have their kids listen, and it came from the police department, so it was like, oh my God, this has got to be real.
And kids weren't the only ones tuning in. Officers at the Toledo Police Department still remember hearing it every Christmas Eve, saying it made working the holiday a little better.
Oh, they meant a lot to me. It meant a lot to a lot of people.
I mean, he's such a knowledgeable and happy-go-lucky guy. And the first time I heard that broadcast, I couldn't believe it.
And just to hear that, to be reminded that it is Christmas, peace on earth kind of message, even if it's only for 30 seconds, it's just something we look forward to.
Officer Ogle passed away in 2011. But 10 years later, his Santa Claus spirit is still shining bright throughout the department.
Now, since his passing, someone else has taken over the Santa callouts on Christmas Eve. And while it's definitely not the same as it was before, officers say it's nice to see the tradition carry on.
It's neat that they're carrying on the tradition, even though it's not Jimmy. But I'm sure he's proud of everything, that it's continued.
If found, the subject will bring you happiness all year long.
Oh, just a jolly guy, kind of like a Santa Claus, basically a police Santa.
All the members of the Toledo Police Division, the operators of the communications section, and this officer would like to wish all our listeners a very Merry Christmas.
In Toledo, Amy Steigerwald, WTOL.